when you are in the presence of others. The word tells us that we must practice what we preach. Romans 2:24 from the Living Bible says, no wonder the scripture says that the world speaks evil of Elohim because of you, of God, because of you. You know, a woman pulled up to a red light behind the other car, and she noticed that the driver of the car in front of her was talking on her cell and appearing to be shuffling through some papers on the seat beside him. The light turned green, but the man doesn't notice. The woman waits, but the man doesn't notice the light changed. And so the woman began pounding on her steering wheel and yelling at the man to move. But the man doesn't move. And the woman goes ballistic inside her car, ranting and raving at the man and pounding on her steering wheel and on her dashboard. So the light turned yellow. And the woman began to blow the horn of her car and screaming and cursing the man. And the man, hearing the commotion, looks up, sees the yellow light, accelerates through the intersection just as the light turns red. The woman is beside herself, screaming in frustration as she misses her chance to get through the intersection. As she is still in mid-rant, she hears a tap on the window and looks up into the barrel of a gun held by a very serious-looking policeman. So the policeman tells her to shut off the engine while keeping both hands in sight. So she complied, speechless of what was happening. And after she shut off the engine, the policeman ordered her to exit her car with her hands up. So she gets out of the car and he orders her to turn and place her hands on the car. So she turned, places her hands on the car roof, and then quickly cuffed and hustled into the waiting patrol car. She's too bewildered by the change of events to even ask questions. She had no idea of what was happening. So she's driven to the police station where she's fingerprinted, she's photographed, searched, booked, and placed in a cell. After a couple of hours, a policeman approached the cell and opened the door to her. She is escorted back to the booking desk where the original policeman is waiting for her. She was given all of her personal effect. He hands her the bag containing all of her things, and this is what he says to her. I'm really sorry for this mistake. But you see, I pulled up behind your car while you were blowing your horn and cursing a blue streak at the person in the car in front of you. And then I noticed the Choose Life license plate holder and the "Follow Me to Sunday School" bumper sticker, and the chrome plate Christian fish emblem on the trunk of your car. And so I naturally assumed the car was stolen. How do you react in situations like this? Will others see Yeshua in you? Remember, others are watching your lifestyle. They're noticing the way you live. In Romans chapter 2, verses 19 through 24, this is what it says to us. If you have persuaded yourself that you are a guide to the blind, a light in the darkness, an instructor of the spiritual unaware, and a teacher of children, since in the Torah you have the embodiment of knowledge and truth, then you who teach others, don't you teach yourself? Preaching, "You shall not steal," do you steal? Saying, "You shall not commit adultery," do you commit adultery? Detesting idols, do you commit idolatrous act? And you who take such pride in Torah, do you, by disobeying the Torah, dishonor Elohim? Verse 24, as it says in the Tanakh, in the scripture, for it is because of you that Elohim's name is blasphemed among the nation. Is the name of Elohim being blasphemed because of your lifestyle? Think about this today, beloved. Shalom.